Have you ever felt a sudden mistrust in your own legs? Not a sharp pain, but a quiet sense of uncertainty. Maybe you hesitate for a split second before getting up from your favorite chair, bracing yourself for the effort. Or you find yourself holding the handrail a little tighter on the stairs, not out of fear, but because your legs just feel heavy. It can feel like the ground isn't quite as solid as it once was, even when your spirit is as determined as ever. If any of this resonates with you, I want you to hear this loud and clear. It's not just part of getting old, and you are certainly not helpless. There's a powerful, gentle way to help your body reclaim its natural strength and stability, not with grueling workouts or complicated regimens, but by listening to what it's quietly asking for. In this video, we're going to uncover 3 essential vitamins that can make a profound difference in how your legs feel, often in a surprisingly short time. These aren't trendy supplements, they are fundamental building blocks that have helped countless people over 60, just like you, rediscover their confidence and freedom of movement without overhauling their lives. So, if you're ready to feel more sure-footed, stick with me. I'm going to break down exactly what these vitamins are, the simplest way to use them, what to eat with them, and a crucial detail that almost everyone overlooks. Let's start this journey to feeling steadier and stronger together. But before we dive into our first vitamin, take a moment to click that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future advice. And I'd love to know where you're joining from today. Drop a comment below. It's a true pleasure to see our community connect from across the globe. Now let's begin with our first and arguably the most foundational vitamin. It's vitamin D3. If you're over 60, you need to know that this humble nutrient is a silent powerhouse for your legs. Think of vitamin D3 as the foreman on a construction site. It doesn't mix the concrete or lay the bricks itself, but it directs all the workers, telling them where to go and what to do to build a strong, stable structure. It ensures your bones absorb the minerals they need, your muscles fire correctly, and the communication lines between your brain and your feet are crystal clear. But here's the catch, a truth many don't recognize until their balance starts to feel off. As we move past 60, our body's ability to produce vitamin D3 naturally declines. It's no one's fault, it's a simple fact of aging. Your skin becomes less efficient at converting sunlight into this vital nutrient. You might be spending more time indoors than you did years ago. And even when you are out in the sun, your body's internal machinery, your liver and kidneys, may struggle to activate the vitamin D3 you do get. And so a deficit can slowly build up, not with a crash but with a quiet fade. You might notice that your legs just don't have the same get up and go. Rising from the sofa feels like a deliberate act. You might catch yourself feeling a bit unsteady on your feet, even though you feel perfectly sharp mentally. Or maybe you've been woken up by sudden, sharp cramps in your calves, or feet that vanish as mysteriously as they appeared. You might even have had a few close calls, small stumbles you dismiss, but that linger in the back of your mind. These little whispers are often your body's way of shouting for help. It's asking for more vitamin D3. In fact, a landmark study from Harvard University revealed something startling. Older adults with insufficient vitamin D levels were nearly 40% more likely to suffer falls and require hospitalization. Let that sink in. That's a massive difference, and it underscores just how protective this single vitamin can be, especially for seniors. But here is the truly wonderful part. When you give your body the right amount of vitamin D3, it responds with incredible speed. A remarkable study in the UK gave seniors a simple, modest daily dose of vitamin D3, just 800 IU. The results: in just 5 days, they saw an almost 20% increase in leg strength. Think about that. In less time than it takes for a carton of milk to go bad, their legs became significantly stronger. That's not just a statistic, it's a life-altering change. So how does it perform this magic? When you have enough vitamin D3, it acts as a gatekeeper, allowing calcium to enter your bones, keeping them dense and resilient enough to support you. It also fine-tunes your muscle function, ensuring your movements are smooth and controlled, not jerky or hesitant. Critically, it helps quell inflammation, which is often the culprit behind that heavy, dragging sensation in the legs. But perhaps its most elegant function is supporting your neuromuscular system, the intricate wiring between your brain and your muscles. That's the system that allows you to instantly correct your balance if you step on an uneven patch of pavement. It's what keeps you upright and gives you the confidence to walk without constantly looking down. Now, let's discuss the practical part, how to take it correctly so your body can make the most of it. For most adults over 60, a daily intake between 800 and 2000 IU of vitamin D3 is considered both safe and highly effective. But the dosage is only half the story. The how is just as important. Vitamin D3 is fat soluble, which means it needs a little fat to be absorbed. Taking it on an empty stomach is like trying to send a letter without a stamp. It just won't get delivered. So, always take your D3 with a meal containing some healthy fat. It could be breakfast with a couple of eggs, a piece of toast with avocado, or a small bowl of full-fat Greek yogurt. Even a little olive oil on your salad at lunch will do the trick. And here's one more gentle but important piece of advice: try to take it earlier in the day, ideally with your morning meal, because vitamin D has a subtle influence on your body's natural energy cycles. Some find that taking it late at night can disrupt their sleep. So, to wrap this all up, if you've been feeling like your legs aren't the reliable pillars they once were, if stairs seem to have gotten taller, or if you simply want a safe, natural way to feel more secure on your feet, vitamin D3 is the most powerful first step you can take. It's not a magic wand, but for so many, it feels astonishingly close. When you finally give your body the one thing it's been missing, the difference can feel like a new lease on life. And the best part, it's simple, affordable, and requires just a few seconds of your day. Your legs will thank you for it. If you're finding this useful, let me know with a quick comment. Just say hello and tell me where you're tuned in from. And be sure to subscribe if you want more videos like this, designed specifically for seniors and those who care for them. I'm so happy you're here. Let's gently turn our focus to our second vitamin. This one is a true unsung hero, often completely ignored when it comes to leg health, yet it is absolutely critical for stability, coordination, and that feeling of being connected to your own body. This might be a surprise, because it's not what you'd expect. I'm talking about vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 is the master electrician of your body. It doesn't build the structure, but it makes sure all the wiring is flawless. It's responsible for the health of your myelin sheath, the protective coating around your nerves that allows electrical signals to travel from your brain to your muscles at lightning speed. Think of it like the insulation on an electrical cord. Without it, the signal gets weak, shorts out, or doesn't arrive at all. When your B12 levels are low, that communication system starts to break down, and that's when you start to notice strange sensations. You might feel a persistent pins and needles feeling in your feet or toes, or your legs might feel numb, as if they've fallen asleep, even when you haven't been sitting still. Some people describe it as a feeling of being detached, as if their brain is telling their legs to do one thing, but they are slow to respond. Walking a straight line can suddenly feel like a challenge. You might feel unsteady on a perfectly flat surface or notice you're veering slightly to the left or right. And maybe the most maddening symptom of all, you can be eating right and trying to stay active, but your legs feel exhausted after a very short walk. These are all classic signs that the high-speed connection between your brain and your legs has been compromised. And for a huge number of older adults, a simple vitamin B12 deficiency is the sole reason why. You might be thinking, but I eat a healthy diet. How could I be low in B12? The answer lies in the beautiful natural process of aging. After 60, our stomachs produce less hydrochloric acid. This acid is essential for prying vitamin B12 out of the food we eat, especially from sources like meat, eggs, and dairy. So, even if the B12 is on your plate, your body may no longer have the key to unlock it. This problem is magnified if you take common medications like acid reflux blockers or metformin for diabetes. These drugs, while necessary for many, can further hinder your body's ability to absorb B12 from your diet. So what's the downstream effect of low B12? Your nervous system, especially the long nerves that travel all the way down to your feet, begins to fray. The commands from your brain get garbled. That's the source of the imbalance, the unsteadiness, and that feeling that your body is no longer obeying your mind's commands. But here is the fantastic news. A B12 deficiency is one of the easiest things to fix, and the improvements can be dramatic. In numerous clinical trials, seniors given B12 supplements reported major improvements in balance, walking ability, and coordination, sometimes in just a matter of weeks. That tingling, that numbness, that disconnected feeling, all of it begins to subside as the nervous system repairs itself. And here's something very reassuring: vitamin B12 is water soluble. Your body simply uses what it needs and excretes the rest. It's gentle and extremely safe. For most, a daily dose of 500 to 1000 micrograms is the sweet spot. But here's a critical detail: you must get the right kind. Look for the name methylcobalamin on the label. This is the body-ready form of B12 that can be used immediately. It's often sold in forms that are perfect for seniors, like sublingual tablets that dissolve under your tongue, chewables, or sprays. These clever delivery methods bypass the stomach entirely and send the B12 directly into your bloodstream, which is exactly what you want if your digestion isn't what it used to be. As for when to take it, many find that midday, perhaps with lunch, is ideal. It can provide a gentle lift for the rest of your day while supporting your nervous system when you need it most. Just a small tip, try not to take it with your morning coffee or tea, as the compounds in them can sometimes interfere with absorption. So if you've been feeling off, wobbly, or like your legs have a mind of their own, please don't just dismiss it as an inevitable part of aging. It could be something so much simpler, something that can be fixed with a tiny daily action and a little time. When your brain and body are in sync, when the signals are clear, you start to move with a new confidence. Your gait becomes more assured, and that nagging worry about tripping or falling starts to fade away. B12 restores the precision of movement. It helps your legs execute your brain's commands instantly and flawlessly. That feeling of being a passenger in your own body disappears, replaced by a deep sense of being grounded and in control. Don't underestimate this tiny vitamin. Its role in your independence is immeasurable. Before we get to our final vitamin, I'd be so grateful if you told me where you're watching from in the comments. And if you haven't yet, please tap that subscribe button to join our growing community. It would be wonderful to have you with us. Now for our third and final vitamin. This is one that gets almost no mainstream attention, but it plays a decisive role in your leg's energy, power, and recovery every single day. It's vitamin B1, also known as thiamine. If this is a new name to you, or one you haven't considered in years, this might be the most valuable part of our conversation. Here's a way to think about it. If vitamin D3 is the construction foreman and B12 is the electrical system, then vitamin B1 is the high-octane fuel in the tank. It is the direct energy source for your muscles. Without enough B1, even the strongest, healthiest muscles will feel weak and unresponsive. Your legs might feel unusually heavy, as if you're wading through water, or they might feel profoundly tired after minimal exertion. Many seniors describe it as a feeling of dragging their feet, or that it takes ages for their legs to recover after a simple walk to the mailbox or climbing a short flight of stairs. If that hits home for you, please know you are not alone, and it's not a personal failing. The tricky thing about B1 is that our bodies can't store it for long, and as we get older, several factors conspire to deplete our reserves. Very common medications, particularly diuretics or water pills, used for blood pressure, effectively wash B1 right out of your system. Even a daily glass of wine can interfere with its absorption and use over time, and our modern diet of convenient processed foods is often stripped bare of its natural B1 content. To compound the issue, our bodies just aren't as good at absorbing B1 from food as we were when we were younger. So, what is B1's job? Thiamine is the crucial spark that converts the food you eat into usable energy for your muscles, a molecule called ATP. It's what allows your legs to contract powerfully, move with grace, and feel refreshed after activity. And because the muscles in your legs are some of the largest and most demanding in your entire body, they are incredibly thirsty for a constant supply of B1. Now, here is the most exciting part. Replenishing your B1 levels can produce results with astounding speed, often within days. In several studies, older adults who began taking a daily thiamine supplement reported incredible changes in just 1 week. They felt lighter, experienced less aching after walking, could climb stairs without feeling winded, and noticed a real return of stamina in their legs, especially in the afternoon when they would normally feel drained. Most seniors thrive on a gentle dose of 50 to 100 mg of B1 per day. It's best taken in the morning with your first meal, particularly a meal with some protein or complex carbs. Think oatmeal with some nuts, whole wheat toast with an egg, or a smoothie with a scoop of protein or yogurt. Just like with B12, try to avoid taking it alongside black tea or alcohol, as they can block its absorption. What makes thiamine so special is that it doesn't just provide energy, it promotes recovery. So if your legs consistently feel sore, tired, or achy after simple daily tasks, walking around the house, bending over, or standing to wash dishes, B1 can help restore their resilience. Think of it as putting premium fuel in your engine. It quietly works to make every movement feel less like a chore and more like a joy. So if your legs have been feeling heavy, sluggish, or just not right, please consider giving vitamin B1 a chance to help. It is one of those simple, forgotten keys that can unlock a surprising amount of comfort and confidence in every step you take. And there you have it. 3 simple, yet profoundly powerful vitamins to help you start rebuilding the strength in your legs. Not over months or years, but potentially in a matter of days. Vitamin D3, the foreman for your bones and balance. Vitamin B12, the electrician for your nerves and coordination. And vitamin B1, the fuel for your muscles to help you move with power and ease. These are not miracle cures. They are simply restoring what your body has known and used its entire life. Sometimes with age, we just need to lend it a helping hand. But please remember, it is never too late to feel stronger. It is never too late to walk with more confidence. and it is never too late to care for yourself with kindness, gentleness, and patience, one day at a time. If this video gave you a single piece of useful information today, I truly hope you'll subscribe to the channel so we can continue on this path together. And please, let me know in the comments where you're watching from. I love seeing our community blossom all over the world. And if you are taking care of a loved one, or just trying to stay strong and independent into your 60s, 70s, 80s and beyond, know that you are not on this journey alone, and you are doing a wonderful job. Be good to yourself, be kind to your body, and I will see you in the next video.